How is it going, everyone? We're back here in Star Citizen on a nice windy rooftop in Lorville. Oh, guy's even got his hands up. Now, this is kind of a thing I've been wanting to do for a while now. I don't know how many people find it that interesting, but one thing I love about Star Citizen is just how in-depth these cities are. And there's not a lot of gameplay to go along with it yet. Obviously, that's coming along in the future. But even now, it's fun to fly around and kind of dream of what could be. And so, as you've probably seen in the title of this episode, I'm calling it Urban Exploring. We're going to be taking the Fury around here, one of my absolute favorite ships. And we're going to be going, exploring, seeing what's out there. So, we're going to start us on up here. Let's turn those engines on. Now, I've flown around a little bit and found some kind of cool spots. We'll also need to be careful here to not run out of fuel. I was flying around earlier, and I didn't even get any fuel warnings and just crashed straight into the ground. I actually survived. My arrow might still be over there somewhere if it hasn't despawned or whatever. But I think immediately we're going to come right down off this building and dive into the trenches here. I absolutely love these trenches. I wish ArcCorp had more kind of stuff like this. I mean, it does have trenches, but I mean, they could use a little work. But you could imagine some ship races through here. Ooh, a little laggy there. Not sure what that was about, but I mean, really quite incredible here. I mean, the amount of detail is pretty crazy too. What they've been able to accomplish over time. I mean, this is incredible compared to what Lorville used to be. Here we're out at gate 4, and I'm gonna make a little left here. I love these areas. I found these earlier. I had never seen these before. There's these little archways that you can fly under, but if you go in here, there's little kind of, I don't know, almost looks like a little loading bay or something up there. You know, you come down under here, you can see one of these. I can't remember where it is. It kind of goes back a little ways. I think it's right over here, actually. Yeah, right over here. You can fly in. Now, I got a warning when I flew back there earlier, but even this little area, I mean, super cool looking. Could have like a really cool ship race through a little tight corridor like that. Lots of these big smokestacks that I really like. Turning this way, let's see. There's all sorts of little cool like cargo loading areas around here, so maybe we could go find some of those. I love these things. I'm a big fan of the Tron movie, and ooh, they're yelling at us. And these things remind me of the those like big flying things in Tron that come down and take people away. So these are awesome. Hopefully, I mean, one day I kind of imagine these are like big cranes or something like that that can move stuff around. Not too sure what they're planning with those or if they're planning anything, but these little areas right here that are kind of underneath these clusters of buildings, these things are absolutely awesome. You got, I mean, beautiful cranes here. Could you imagine a player being able to get up in there and control it? Actually, let's get close. Oh, they got some sort of little console in there. I don't know if they're playing anything with that. Maybe not. I mean, they got a nice little ladder going up, but, you know, could you imagine flying a cargo ship in here and landing and then having to, like, you know, take cargo into, like, an elevator on the side or something? That would be pretty awesome. Come out here. I love these big gigantic smokestack things. You know, who knows, maybe there'd be like some sort of maintenance mission you could come and do out here. You gotta come and fix something up. These also, I mean, they got little like cargo ramps there or something. Pretty awesome looking. The amount of detail just always blows me away. I mean, like, when you get super close, obviously things look a little rough, but you're not meant to be touching everything. But I mean, could you imagine flying like a whole A down there and unloading, watching your cargo go up the ramp or something like that? Got more of the kind of Tron things here. And also all these little like highways. Could you imagine like Maybe you have some sort of mission out here and you can take a train from the spaceport along the tram line out here. Let's see, that's gate 2, so you can spawn ground vehicles out here. As we push on a little further out here, we're getting kind of to more like the even more industrial. I mean, all of Hurston's kind of industrial, but these, I mean, super cool like centrifuge thing down there. See if we can't find us a cool spot to land out here and take photos. Looks like it's getting kind of foggy off in the distance. Oh, we got stuff all the way out there. Maybe let's head out that way. Again, more of those kind of like cargo loading bay areas that I think look really nice. I wonder if we can get close to these ones or if they're going to yell at us. Oh, maybe we can land down here. Let's throw down the gear, see if we can check it out. You know, I'm going to land in the bottom because I don't know if we're going to be able to easily get up between the two. Oh, okay. You know what? Let's not do that. Maybe. Guess that. Oh, yeah. That's something to work on in the future, I suppose. But I mean, oh, hold up. Let's see if we can get down in here. Like this is just awesome. The layers of detail, like, you know, imagine all the work that went into this and like how many people are even coming and checking it out. Just awesome looking. And now I love this area out here, kind of out on the water. This is just something else. This feels like a evil villain's like fortress out on the lake or something like that. But I mean, you could just imagine the sorts of mission opportunities when building interiors are added in. I mean, you know, who knows what could be going on out here. Oh, they're not going to let us get down there. I really want to get down and check out these ramps. The ramps are so cool. Maybe like little, like, you could have like mules driving back and forth or something, moving cargo around. And look at these massive cranes. Could you imagine if they added boats, like giant cargo ships? I almost wonder if that's why they built that out here, like they plan on adding that in the future. Not that there's really too much reason for cargo ships when you have flying spaceships, but, you know, not like they really need like a narrative reason to add something just because it would be cool. But I mean, could you imagine some like big ships out here? This is more of a lake kind of here surrounding Lorville, if I remember right. Can't really see the edge though. But, you know, if you had like an ocean, if you had like, you know, not that I want them to have more feature creep, but would be something cool. You could also just have like a super cool ship race out here, like on just this island alone, you know, flying around these little cargo cranes and the buildings here. Let's see if you can like kind of get in close here maybe. Oh, doesn't like that. Well, I don't know, maybe there's some area that's less restrictive, but even then, super cool. Love the smokestacks. I'm excited to see what they do too. I've been watching the 320 PTU and some of the new fire effects. It's looking like they're adding some of the new kind of fire effects to different stuff, so that could look really awesome with a lot of this industrial stuff. That's one part of ArcCorp I really like. ArcCorp looks a little dated, but when you kind of get out to like the places away from like the major kind of landing zone areas, the like Area 18, Area 17, that sort of stuff, there's some really cool like smokestacks and industrial buildings that, you know, might have a lot of gameplay areas in the future. Some more of these great big cranes. I'm looking. I really want somewhere where we can kind of land and walk around and check out. Some more of these real big centrifuge things, you know. Just another thing that they could have, you know, gameplay for in the future. I really want, you know, I think it would be so awesome to have like a maintenance mission. You know, there's some little mission office in Leavesden Station or whatever they call it, Metro Center, the kind of like main area in Lorville, and you go and you get like a little mission given to you in maintenance and you got to take a train out to one of these cool areas, or maybe you grab your ship and you fly out here. Man, we were running into a lot of restricted areas out here. That's a little disappointing because kind of in the main city you can really get down, you can land in a lot of areas. Also, sometime I need to grab a ground vehicle and come out here because, you know, we're kind of getting like an overhead view of it, but I'm sure if you come down close here, there's also... Yeah. Oh, real dusty down here. Maybe not the most picturesque right now. One of the things I really wish they would have brought back with this new Hurston, I guess there's always a chance in the future. I remember watching the first gameplay demo of Hurston, and they had these like little kind of shanty towns right around the outskirts, and you know they showed like little like kind of flying bug things, and I'm sure those will kind of make their way back at some point, but those little like shanty towns, and I think they got on like a dragonfly and kind of drove it around the outskirts of Lorville, and that was just awesome to me. Like, I wish that would come back. It feels like, you know, Hurston is this very kind of poor, you know, super industrial place, having those little kind of shanties, those little like, you know, groups of people that aren't making enough money to get, you know, an apartment in the middle of the city, so they're kind of forced to live out on the outskirts. That is just really cool to me. Now these look like they could be hangars. That would be really awesome if you could bring, you know, maybe your Hercules down here. You're dropping off a bunch of, I don't know, aluminum or something. That kind of goes into that the Tony Z like dynamic economy thing, and we got the Hurston Dynamics building all the way down there. I must say the scale of the city really feels incredible with what they've done to it. But that kind of Tony Z dynamic economy where you got, you know, your factories on Hurston producing laser repeaters, and you got to bring down, you know, a certain amount of materials, and then they'll start producing laser repeaters, so they'll be in stock at the stores, that sort of stuff. That kind of thing really excites me. Got a cool little like factory cluster here. That is really nice looking. Man, wish we didn't get yelled at every time. Oh, more of those hangars. I had never noticed those before. That's again just kind of another, you know, once building interiors in, once there's a more dynamic mission sort of deals, gives them a lot of opportunities. Here we got kind of like a cool pit of cargo. You know, who knows how many millions of SCU are being stored in Lorville right now. Let's see, we're gonna take a quick flight out here. That looks like kind of another one of those centrifuge things. Doing pretty good on hydrogen fuel here. Let's go check out what this is, and then maybe we'll head back into the center of the city to finish this off. Seeing some really cool big walls over here. This is kind of a nice little area, kind of a mined out area. Oh, look at that. There's actually kind of like a path down here. Let's get a little closer to this and see what we're working with. You know, I've noticed, even though they don't have like the builds and the like road kind of feature in that they've talked a little bit about, I have noticed they put in some like little paths. Jesus, struggling with that word a little bit, and that sort of stuff. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, you know, why put in the effort? Maybe this is just like kind of making it look like more of a quarry. But I really do hope in the future there's kind of areas where they can kind of promote you driving around. I think it'd be so cool to be a trucker or drive around one of those fuel trucks that they've kind of teased in the Vulcan advertisements. Here we have a ton of hangars, so maybe this is like a really big industrial sector over here. It would also be really cool if like each kind of industrial area on Hurston, maybe kind of specialized in a different thing. So maybe this is making the name is slipping me. You know, the Hurston laser repeaters, whereas the other one is making the scatter guns or whatever they are. Can't say I'm too well versed in the ship weapons. Now these are like gargantuan hangars. These look bigger than the other ones that we were flying past. So I'm not sure what cargo ship could even keep afloat in an atmosphere to make it down there, but surely there's something. You could also imagine, you know, Hurston's not really known for producing vehicles or something like that, but, you know, maybe you go to, you know, where Aegis, or not Aegis, Tumbril produces land vehicles, and you gotta take a Liberator there, and they want you to move a bunch of ground vehicles to a shop or something like that. I don't know if that ever thing would be feasible, but it'd be super awesome if it was. Sorry if I keep looking over here. It's because I'm looking at my recording software to make sure it's not freaking out, because I've had some issues with that. Now, as we come back into the city here, I think there will be some more areas where we can actually land and check out. I really do love these trenches here. I know somewhere you can find some great big statues, so maybe let's go try to find those. I'm thinking they're over here kind of by the base of the tower. Oh yeah, look right there. You got these great big spike things that kind of line up with the tower here. Real cool looking. A little laggy over here. So what, this is leading into the central business district. I'm not sure if that's on this side or the other side of the tower. I don't know if we can see back in there. Oh, there's a train running over there. Yep, that must be the central business district over there. Great big statue here. I'm sure the lore people could figure out who that guy is. I'm a little bit into the lore, but definitely not as much as some other people. Yeah, these things are... Is this the same guy or is this a different guy? Looks like the same guy. Let's see if we can't find us a little place to land over here and wrap this thing up. That doesn't really look like a nice landing spot. Maybe... Do you have a landing pad? No. Well, actually, let's go check out some more building tops, because I'm pretty sure there's also a building top that has kind of like a little like enclosed kind of green space, and I don't know if we can get in there, but I would really like to check it out. I didn't get to play Star Citizen much over the summer because of a summer job, so this is kind of a long break. Yeah, these kind of look... Yeah, let's land down here, and we'll see if we can get into these little green spaces, and if not, we'll just kind of wrap it up with a nice scenic view of the tower here. See if we can put it down right in this circle.
Landing successful.
Is it still going to be super windy? Yes, it is. Doesn't really look like there's much in there. Maybe just some trees. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get in there. But let's just take a quick peek over here and send you on your way. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the kind of exploration as much as I do. I love seeing what the devs have put in this game, thinking about all the future gameplay opportunities that could be out there. I'm sure someday we'll get there, maybe soon. I know they're working on the kind of cargo consignment thing, so maybe that'll kind of lead into more of that gameplay where you're going to those other landing pads, or maybe the consignment's just like tier 1 of what could be. We kind of have the box missions. I consider that, I guess, tier 0. But yeah, lots of exciting things in the future. Can't wait for building interiors. But like I said, I'm just kind of rambling now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll hope to see you in the next one.